This week I'm driving the 2022 Ford Ranger Edition Splash. The Splash Edition is back for 2022. This edition was really popular back in the 90s with some big decals, flashy color, and the kind of like the beach surf vibe. A few changes for 2022, so we're gonna go a little bit deeper, see that new version of the Splash. Nothing new under the hood for 2022. It's still the 4-cylinder 2.3 liter EcoBoost, good for 270 horsepower, 210 foot-pounds of torque. This engine is matched with a 10-speed transmission. So let's go on the road and try this Splash Edition. All right, now I'm gonna test the acceleration with the Ford Ranger Splash. There you go. You can do the 0 to 100 kilometers in about 7 seconds. Yes, the 2.3 liter is a pretty small engine for this size of pickup truck. But once you put it up in RPM and you get that boost, it's a pretty powerful engine for the displacement. On the road with the Ranger Splash this week, I like the ride of a Ranger. It's pretty comfortable on the road. It's probably the most comfortable in this small pickup truck segment. I like the way it bounces on the road. I like those seats and all that. It's really fun to drive this Ranger on a daily basis. Obviously the handling is not as sharp as a Colorado ZR2, but it's still a pickup truck. It's pretty decent. All right, design-wise, no major update for 2022, but this one's a Splash Edition. So what is exactly a Splash Edition? It costs around $1,700. You've got that spatial cyber orange color with some striping on the side. Unfortunately, no Splash logo. This is kind of weird from my point of view. We've got that black grille in the front, black bumper in the front and also in the back. Got special black wheels, and that's pretty much what exactly is a Splash Edition design wise. If we step inside of this Ranger Splash, exactly the same as before, but this one's a Splash Edition. So we've got some yellow stitching on the dash and also on the seat and on the doors and all that. That's the Splash touches, I could say. But otherwise, it's a good old school Ranger inside. We've got the old sync system, old screen, the cluster in front of me. They're pretty much the same cluster you can find in a 2013 Ford Escape. Everything's old school, but pretty much all the mid-size pickup on the market right now are pretty old school. There's no wireless charging for your phone. Everything is basic, but everything is really easy to work with, especially if you work with your truck. Stepping in the back, it's comfortable, but there's no flat floor. If you raise that rear seats, it comes in only in one piece. It's not like a 60/40. Everything, it's still pretty much the same like back in 2019, 2018. There's no major updates for this Ranger in 2022 because we can expect probably a new generation of Ranger next year. On the towing side, you can tow up to 7,500 pounds and a max payload of 1,860 pounds. Typical numbers for a mid-sized pickup truck. No improvement on this side, but really good numbers. If we take a look at the fuel economy, this week I was averaging around 12 liters per 100 kilometers. I've seen a slight improvement on the fuel economy. Usually the other Ranger I drove before, they were a little bit more thirsty. They were around 13 to 14 liters. Obviously the last model of Ranger I drove was the Tremor. So the Tremor is heavier, it's more off-road capable, it's normal, it's gonna take a little bit more fuel. But you know, if I compare this 2022 with the 2019 model I drove a couple of years ago, I've seen some improvement in the calibration of the engine, the transmission and all that, and the result is a better fuel economy. So that's a big plus. You know, when we're playing in the 13, 14, 15 liters per 100 kilometers, those are F-150 numbers easily with any engine. So you know, you're not buying a Ranger because it's more fuel efficient than an F-150. It's really because you like this size of pickup truck. Price-wise, the model I'm driving this week, it's good for $53,965. This one's got the Splash package and also the FX4 off-road package, really well equipped with the Lariat package. Yes, you know, at 54,000, we're playing in the you know, base F-150 territory there. But you know, if you like this size and you think it's kind of expensive, you can still apply some of the nice package like the FX4 or the Splash package to a lower trim level like the XLT. Maybe you have to make a sacrifice on the leather seats and all that, but look-wise and off-road wise, it's pretty much the same truck. So maybe, you know, if you're choosing an XLT, you can you lower down the price at least by $5,000 to $8,000. Overall, you know, I wish this Splash Edition had a little bit more of the you know, 90s vibe, with the surf vibe, with some Splash logos at least. You know, from my point of view, this color with the black striping, it looks like a big machinery, you know. Putting a Caterpillar or a Komatsu you know, logo on this truck would be a nice fit. You know, it's exactly like a big machinery. From my point of view, it's got that, you know, industrial big machinery look more than the surf Splash looks of the 90s. So that's why I'm kind of not impressed by this package. But you know, telling you the truth, those special editions are always on these models when it's like the end of the cycle for this model. And once again, from my point of view, I would wait before buying a Ford Ranger because the new model is coming. It was unveiled for the global market. The new model is coming. The Ranger Raptor is coming. Even if you really like this Ranger, I would wait once the new model is going to be out, so you can expect some deep discount on these models. So if you're patient, you can get a good deal on this one, or get yourself a brand new 2023 new generation Ford Ranger. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about this Splash Edition? Is it missing that, you know, beach surf vibe, or for you it's just perfect the way it is? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. We're gonna see each other on the next review.